So today we are going to be making Frito cornbread chili pie. What is happening? I am getting better. I have been sick. I have had acute bronchitis and lower respiratory infection, but we are getting better. If you see the red live in the upper left hand corner, that means that you are watching the live. If you do not see the red live in the upper left hand corner, that means you're watching the replay. Please do hashtag replay in the comments so that I know that you watched the replay, which is groovy, and we're digging it. So I'm not gonna fool around. We're gonna get this party started. We are going to go right into making our chili. We're going to make it from scratch the way that I make it. And then we will make our pies and put them in the oven. I have my oven preset at 400 degrees. Please share, sprinkle, splatter, shimmy, and shake everywhere so other people can learn how to make this if they don't know. They would probably enjoy it. So, okay, I'm going to turn y'all around and I'm gonna get this party started. Okay, let me flip ya. Let me flip. Okay, it never wants to cooperate, does it? Never wants to cooperate. Let me put a little light on the subject. There we go, right there. Okay, let's see here. Let's do this. Let's put a little enable the flash. There we go. Oh, let me move my stuff over here. Whoops. I'm gonna write the words all wrong. Okay, let me put you down here. There we go. Okay. So everybody can see. I have got some ground turkey in my pan. And this is the ground turkey that I'm using. I am using the Italian flavored Genio fresh turkey sausage. So that's what I'm going to use in my, and I'm going to turn this on a medium high. And with my meat along, and I don't play, I just put it all in there together. I've got diced onions, a yellow diced onion, right there. Move this aside. And I have a green pepper. Sorry, I apologize. I've diced 2 green peppers. I'm just going to put all that green pepper in there, because the green pepper really gives it a good flavor. I have some garlic that I put through my chopper. And we're going to do 4 cloves of garlic. So we're going to put all of that in there. Just like that. Put this in our sink. Okay. And so that's the beginning. Whoops. And I just dropped my box. Dang it. Okay. So I want to show you the seasoning. We're just going to mix this all in here. And let this all cook together. The seasoning that I use for my chili, I'm absolutely crazy about, and I use it all the time, is this. This is Texas style 2-alarm chili kit, and I really love this because it has my oven's hot. It has everything in this seasoning that I need. It has the cumin, it has the oregano, the chili powder, it has everything. So this is what I will be using. And when you open the box, this is what you get. You get your packages of everything that goes in your chili. So that's what we're going to be using. Just so you know. Okay. So while we're waiting for this to start to cook, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to turn y'all around. Let me move this out of the way. I just don't have room because I have a very, very tiny kitchen, which I apologize for. But you know, love grows in small places. Okay, so let me turn you around right here. And I'm going to mix our cornbread. See, I've got that phone plugged in, so it doesn't, sorry, apologize. Let me make sure y'all can see exactly. Let me move yous over. Whoops. Look, they don't call me Grace for nothing. This is real life. This is real life, y'all. Okay, so, oops, what happened? Okay, wait a minute, let me fix you. Because it's, there we go. Okay. It was saying to flip it. Okay, there we go. So, sorry. I'm still not 100%. There we go. See if I can adjust this. Jeez. Why am I struggling so hard today? There we go. Okay. That's good. Let me stand you up a little bit here. There we go. Is that better? Yes. Way better. Oops. Until you fall. I'm all right. The world's all wrong. Let me shove you back in here a little bit. Maybe that'll work. There. Now it's not so apt to tip. It was a little top heavy, y'all. Okay, there we go. Oh, one way right here. Dude, why? What's wrong with me today? You know, Mama said there'd be days like this, son. Okay, let me move my pans. They're like totally in the way. I apologize, you guys. You know, real life happens. There we go. Okay, so I smashed my meat. Now, we have our bowl. Let me make sure you can see. Yep, okay. And I'm going to be using this Martha White's sweet yellow cornbread mix. Right there. I'm using 2 of them because y'all know that I make enough food to share with other families, because I truly believe that we are supposed to be a blessing for each other. Okay, so there's our Martha White's cornbread mix. And we're going to put 1 cup of milk and 2 eggs, because each bag calls for 1 egg. So we will be putting 2 bags. There we go. Then we're just going to mix this. Just like that. And then we'll set this aside. As this sits, it will get a little bit thicker because the liquid will, or the cornbread and the flour will absorb the egg and the milk. Okay. So we know that's all mixed up. Now we're going to set that aside. Okay. Now we will go back to our meat and our veggies. Let's turn you back over this way. Make sure you can see. Yes. There you go. Okay. Make sure you can see. So this is my ground turkey, my onions, my green pepper, and my garlic. So we'll just mix that all up and cook that real good. Make sure you can see it good. There we go. Yes. There we go. Scoot that back. And y'all know I gotta take my pictures. Y'all hear that camera going clink clink. Okay, now I'm going to put my spices in, and I will read exactly what comes in the kit. So first, this is cumin. So let me cut it open. We'll sprinkle the cumin. We want the spices to open up. This is paprika next. Cut the top off. So paprika. Sprinkle that all in there. Come on. I don't think I opened it to cut the complete top off. Let me recut. There we go. There we go. Okay, next is dehydrated onions. Right here. It's dehydrated onions. So we'll sprinkle that package in there. And then we have some red cayenne pepper. So we'll open this. Cut the top of that open. Did I cut it? Yep. There we go. We'll put that in there. And then we have our chili powder. Right there's our chili powder. So I'll cut this open. And we'll sprinkle it all in there. The whole bag. I'd use it all. I don't play. I'm playing. I want it all. I want all that seasoning in there. All that spice. And then we'll mix this around with our ground turkey, onion, green pepper, and garlic. And instead of using salt, I use Mrs. Dash's chicken flavor seasoning, which is right here, because I try not to do salt. And this, and I just sprinkle it in there like you would salt. Just like that. And you mix it up. Okay, so this is really starting to cook up good. So now I'm going to add a 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes. No salt, of course. We'll dump that in there. So I use the diced tomatoes with the juice and all. I don't drain it because we want the juice. And then we are going to add 1 can, no salt, 14.5 ounces of stewed tomatoes. And we're just going to dump that right in there. Just like that. And I like the stewed tomatoes because it's sliced and it really makes your chili appetizing and beautiful. And not to mention the flavor. Sorry, I'm throwing my things away that I cut open. Okay, next. I have used this for so many years. This is Brooks Chili Mix, and I swear by it. So I'm going to put the whole can in there, just like that. I love this. So there we go. We'll add that. And 1 can of dark red kidney beans. 15.5 ounces. Okay, now I'm going to rinse my cans with water because I really believe waste not, want not. So we want all that goodness in the bottom of all these cans. Okay, so this is how I do it. I just rinse the cans with the small cup of water from the kidney beans. And as you can see, that can is very clean. So I was able to get all the goodness out of there. And then I will just continue. And this big can you have to turn to get the good stuff on the edge. Just like that. And then we got that one all cleared out. And then our tomatoes. And I do turn the cans just to get the seasoning that's on the edges. Whoops. Don't call me Grace for nothing. There you go. And we'll dump that right in there. Let me get my washcloth. Just because I spilled some of that water. I was trying to make it so y'all could see. And I spilled it a little bit, so we will wipe our mess up. Okay, now we're gonna stir this in real good. And we want this to come to a boil. We want all that. Okay, next I have jalapenos, sliced jalapenos that I will add in here, just so you can see. I have to get my Joni opener. You'll already know my hands don't work good. Okay. Open my jar. There we go. Okay. Now, spoon. Okay. And I will put 2 spoonfuls of jalapeno slices in there, just like that. Okay, and we'll mix them in because we want that flavor. If you don't like hot, you do not have to put the jalapenos in there. Your choice. You know, I noticed when I was reading up, this is my first time making chili pie, by the way. So I was reading up how people made their chili pie. And for the most part, they just made their chili according to however they made their chili. But I noticed, which I found quite interesting, a lot of people put corn in their chili, and I'm like, corn? Wow. So this is the masa that I'm going to mix. This comes in the package, and it's called masa. And I put it in one of my cans, and I'm going to add a little bit of water in there because this will help thicken the chili a little bit. So, but yeah, I thought that was quite interesting that a lot of people, they put corn in their chili, and I was like, huh, I never seen corn in chili before. So I thought I would share that with you because it gives you an option to make your chili pop. It gives it another color, you know, the yellow with the green and red and the brown. And I thought that was interesting. So I think I may get a can of corn here, y'all. See if I have corn. I believe I do. If we don't, well, next time. Let me see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let me look here. Green beans. Green beans. Well, I don't think we have corn. I know what we do have, though. So this is interesting. We have baby corns. How interesting would that be? Let's do it. Let's do it, you guys. Let me get my opener and drain the juice off of this. That will be kind of groovy. Let me open my can. I'll be right back. Okay. Drain that juice off of there. So, we are definitely different. So we're going to add our can of baby corn in there. How pretty is that? See why I need you guys? You guys express me better than I express myself. Look at that. So beautiful. Let me throw my cans away. I'm sorry for any coughing or sniffling that you may hear. I have been sick. And I have had an acute bronchitis and a lower respiratory infection. So please forgive me if you do hear any sniffling, because I'm still trying to recover. It has literally kicked my butt, man. So there. Okay, so we are ready for this to come to a boil. And as soon as we get this to come to a boil, we will add our masa. I see chili splashes everywhere. And I'm like so weird about keeping my stovetop clean while I'm cooking. I know it's strange. Sorry. There we go. And then take a picture of this pretty stuff. Look at that. I love that baby corn in there. That makes it unique. How cool is that? I think that's groovy right there. I don't care who you are. Okay. So I am going to wait for that to bubble, and then I will dump this masa in there. Let me prepare my pans. Let me get my spray. Okay. Okay. So I have sprayed my pans with olive oil spray. And we want to watch this come to a boil. And just don't let it come to a boil, but make sure you stir it, however you say it. Because we don't want the beans to burn to the bottom of the pan. You know, we want goodness. We don't want that burnt. Okay, so this is starting to do that. So I'm going to stir my masa, which I have put in the can, and I have stirred, and we're going to add this to our chili right there. And I just used one of the cans. Saves on dishes. If you do dishes and you don't have a dishwasher, you automatically know. You already know. So we'll stir that in there real quick and throw this can away. Okay. So there's that. Okay, now we are going to start to prepare our pans while we're waiting for this to boil a little more. Look at that. Don't call me Grace for nothing, son. Okay, here we go. I really want to see this come to a hard boil, because the hard boil is what really brings together the flavors of your chili. And then once we We get it to a hard boil. We'll turn it down and we'll just let it simmer for a few minutes. Which I would have done this earlier, but I thought y'all would want to see the whole process of making the chili and just incorporating everything into it. You know, it just gives you a different spice, you know, for your chili if you choose. You can try and see. I always love to try different recipes. So I really make an effort to share the whole dish just because I appreciate when others share the whole dish because it just helps me with my recipes. And sometimes it just makes it so much better. Okay, so one more thing I am going to add into this that they did not have the flavor packet. Let me find it. Where's my oregano? I always put oregano in my chili. Where's my oregano? There's parsley. Over here. Okay. So I do like oregano. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of oregano in my chili. It really does accent the flavor. So we're going to add that. And now this is starting to boil up nice. I'm just going to stir it. Right there. Yes. And then I'm going to turn this down. Look at that. Isn't that pretty as anything? We love beautiful food. I do anyway. Okay, and I'm going to let this simmer while we prepare our pans. So I'm going to turn that down on a medium-low. And because this is an electric skillet, it does take time for the burner to cool down to the correct temperature. So just for that reason, I'm going to continue to stir a little bit because I do not want my chili to burn to the bottom of the pan. I don't want my beans or, you know, my meat or the masa that we added to burn to the bottom. We want a nice flavorful chili without any sticking. Okay, so I think the temperature has cooled just a little bit. And I'm going to get my, where's my little, right here. This little thing I got from Temu, and I absolutely am crazy about it. And it just, let's see if I can stick it here. There we go. Stick it on the side of my pan right there, and then my spoon sets right over the top. Oops. Right over the top of the pan. Just like that. Isn't that groovy? Okay, let's go over here. Let's turn you around over here. There we go. And now we are going to start to prepare our beans. So the first two that I'm going to make is for other families because I truly believe in blessing other families. And I'm going to be putting Fritos in the bottom. And I'm just going to line the bottom with the Fritos. Just like that. There we go. And yes, we want to take a picture of that. There we go. Okay, so we have our Fritos. There we go. So we have our Fritos in both of the pans. Oops, I think I touched it. Yep, okay. And just make sure that your bottom is completely covered. My oven is preheated to 400 degrees. There, that looks good. Okay, now our chili is really, really simmering very nicely. So I'm going to turn this off, and we're gonna pour this over, well, scoop it over the top. We're not gonna pour it per se. Okay, let me scoot you over here just for a minute so I can move this over here. There we go. And now, oops, there you go. Y'all can see. Okay. Let me move my chili in. So I make my chili very close, less spill. Okay, and I'm just gonna stir that up a little bit. There we go. There it is. Look at that. We'll take this off now. Put that in our sink. Okay. That looks mighty fine. I love the juice. Okay, let me set my spoon aside and get my ladle. There we go. Okay, we will get our ladle and we will spoon this over the top. Just like that. And that juice is going to be amazing in them Fritos. Just like that. And we want to make it enough so that it fills our pan up pretty good. There we go. There, just like downtown. Let me wipe my mess up here. There we go. Make sure you can see both. There we go. Okay. Look at how beautiful that is. Isn't that beautiful? Y'all already know. I gotta do my picture, man. Look at that. So beautiful. We love beautiful food. I want one of these pieces of corn over here. Yeah, right there. Okay, now let me get my cornbread mix. And I told you that as the cornbread mix, let me move this over here out of the way. Wipe up my mess. So the cornbread, as it sits, it has thickened. I told you it would. So it has thickened. Just make sure we stir it. Get it nice and mixed. Okay. Put that in the sink. And then I will spoon. See how, can I hold on to this? There we go. And then I will spoon our cornbread right over the top of that chili. Just like that. There we go. Yes. this in the oven, in our 400-degree oven, and we will bake it. Look at that, y'all. Just like downtown, son. Just like Mama used to make. Not really, but you know. Okay, we'll set that aside. And now, we'll take a picture so I can do. This one looks like it's leaning a little bit. I don't think that, so let's maybe turn it. Here we go. And there it is. And now we will stick these in the oven. There it is. And you will be able to see the outcome with the video I will share later. God bless you from Mama D's house to yours. Thank you for staying and enjoying my video. I'll see you later.